You think $5,000 is nothing. It's little. It's irrelevant. You look at that number and think, what am I going to do with $5,000? I can't even buy a decent car. And therein lies your problem. That's exactly why you'll never be free. $5,000 is not the end of anything. It's the beginning of everything. It's the seed. It is the embryo of your future freedom. But you kill that seed before it germinates. You are a serial killer of financial opportunities. And you don't even realize it. Let me tell you something that Charlie Munger would pound on the table to emphasize. The problem is not that you don't have money. It's you not knowing what to do with money when you have it. It's you systematically destroying every opportunity to build something greater. $5,000 in the hands of a financially competent person is an investment that in 30 years turns into $50,000, $100,000, more. It's a fortune foundation. It is the first stone of empire. It's the beginning of freedom. $5,000 in your hand, they die in 90 days, completely without leaving a trace, dissolved into 1,000 small, stupid decisions that you justify at the time and forget a week later. You don't have a problem of lack of money. You have a problem with killing money. You are financial infanticide. It takes every opportunity for growth and strangles it in the cradle. And the most pathetic part? You do this over and over again. Receive bonuses, spend, receive 13th, spend, receive tax refund, spend, each time promising that this time it will be different. It never is. Because the problem is not the money that comes in. It's who you are when the money comes. It is her killer psychology that kills any chance of accumulation before she takes her first breath. When I analyzed financial patterns, I discovered something frightening. No matter how much a person received in unexpected amounts, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, the time it took to spend it all was almost identical, between 60 and 90 days, as if there was an internal timer, as if the money was burning in the account, as if it were impossible to resist. And it wasn't a matter of necessity. It was a matter of destructive psychology, of financial suicidal patterns, of behaviors that ensured that every opportunity for growth was aborted before it developed. Let me show you exactly how you kill $5,000. First, you treat it as extra money. You already have your normal, committed income, so $5,000 is extra. It's a bonus. You can spend. Wrong. Money is not extra. Money is money. And every dollar you have a choice about what to do is an opportunity to build a future or destroy a future. There is no middle ground. By classifying it as extra, you have already decided to destroy. Second, you make a mental list of things I need to change cell phone. I don't know what needs to be fixed. You need to buy that. And suddenly the 5,000 are already mentally allocated before they reach the account. You don't ask, do I really need it? You assume you need it, and then the 5,000 die before being born, strangled by needs that are desires in disguise. Third, you pay the wrong debt. You have debt on your card? Use the 5,000 to clean up. Feel virtuous. I'm being responsible. But it doesn't change behavior. 3 months later, he is in debt again. The 5,000 only served to postpone the consequences of a self-destructive pattern. They didn't solve anything. They didn't build anything. They died paying the bill for previous incompetence. Fourth, you invest in yourself. Buy course, purchase equipment, buy experience that will open doors. All justified as an investment. But real investment generates measurable returns. Its inversions in itself generate zero. They are consumption in disguise. It's you fooling yourself. And the 5,000 evaporates in sophisticated self-deception. Fifth, you share with the wrong people, family finds out, friends know, and suddenly everyone has an emergency. Everyone needs help. Everyone has an unmissable opportunity that requires exactly the amount you have. And you, weak as you are, help. Lend, invests in a relative's business. The 5,000 die in misdirected altruism that doesn't really help anyone. Sixth, you celebrate having. I finally have money saved. And to celebrate, spend. Small trip, special dinner, something I deserve. The irony would be comical if it weren't tragic. You celebrate having money by spending money. It's like celebrating a diet by eating cake. It's a guarantee of failure. Seventh, you have no system. 5,000 arrive and stay there in the checking account, visible, tempting. You look every day, feel the itch, the desire to use, and eventually it gives in. Because visible money is spent money. Without an automatic system that separates, protects, hides from yourself, the 5,000 have no chance. I saw people receive significant amounts, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Small inheritance, generous bonus, settlement of something. And within 6 months, they were in the same situation as before, sometimes worse. No, because they were stupid, because they had murderous psychology, they killed money reflexively, like a smoker who lights a cigarette without thinking. It was automatic default. unconscious, lethal. You have this pattern. Until it breaks, 5,000 or 5 million doesn't make a difference. You will kill everything that comes. $5,000 is not $5,000. There are much more. They are potential. They are possibilities. They are foundation. 5,000 invested at 25, with an average return of 8%, what at 65? More than $100,000. Without you adding a cent, 5,000 invested every year for 10 years, they saw more than 80,000. For 20 years, more than 250,000. For 30 years, more than 600,000. But you will never know, because you kill the first 5,000, and the next 5,000, and all the 5,000 that come after. You look at 5,000 and see what you can buy today. Financially competent people look at 5,000 and see what it can turn into in 30 years. The difference in perspective is everything. $5,000 is a test. It's the universe asking, do you have what it takes? Can you see beyond now? Can you protect a seed long enough for it to grow into a tree? And you fail the test, repeatedly. Because your time perspective is pathetic. You live for the next 3 months, at most. Anything beyond that is a nebulous abstraction. But freedom is not built in 3 months. It is built in 3 decades. And it requires you to protect each seed, every $5,000, every opportunity for growth. When I received my first extra $5,000, I did something radical. I transferred it to the account that didn't have a card. There was no easy access. You would need to physically go to the bank during business hours to withdraw. I created friction. I made it difficult to kill the money, and it worked. Because without easy access, impulsivity couldn't operate. The money survived, grew up, multiplied. Today, those 5,000 are 20-odd thousand working alone. And they served as the foundation for everything that came after. Because I established the standard. Money that arrives is protected, not spent. You don't have that standard. Its pattern is, money that arrives is spent immediately. And as long as this is your standard, you can make millions and die poor. You kill money because you have a dysfunctional relationship with it. It's not love, it's not hate, it's something worse. It's complete lack of control disguised as normality. For you, having money available creates anxiety. Anxiety that can only be alleviated by spending. It's addiction, it's compulsion. It's a disease that you don't recognize as a disease because everyone around you has it too. When 5,000 arrive, your brain goes into emergency mode. I need to do something with it. I need to use it. I need to allocate it. You can't just leave it alone. Let it grow. Letting exist without immediate purpose. You need to consume. You need to turn potential into tangible reality now. Cannot tolerate unrealized possibilities, so it kills the possibility by converting it into consumption. It's childish, literally. It's the psychology of a child who hasn't developed the ability to delay gratification. See sweets, want sweets, need to have sweets now. You only replaced sweets with adult consumption. But mentality is identical, and worse, you rationalize. Create sophisticated narratives about why spending the $5,000 is a smart decision. I'm investing in myself. I'm enjoying life. I'm being responsible by paying debt. All lies. But you believe it because you need to believe it to justify compulsion. Financially competent people have a different relationship. For them, having money available does not generate anxiety, generate satisfaction. Seeing your balance growing is reward enough. They don't need to convert into consumption to feel value. They have developed the psychological capacity to value potential as much as achievement. To feel pleasure in seeing 5,000 become 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 over time. Growth is gratification. You don't have that. For you, gratification only comes from spending. To convert into thing, experience, discharge. And this ensures you never hoard, because accumulation requires tolerating, even liking, having money sitting around, growing, not being used immediately. The first 90 days after receiving $5,000 are a battlefield. This is where future freedom is gained or lost. It's where you prove whether you've changed or whether you're still who you've always been. Day 1, money arrives, euphoria. This time it will be different. You promise yourself that you will keep it. Who will invest? That will do it right. Day 5, first temptation. Something appears, offer, opportunity. Need. You resist, badly, but it resists. Day 15, second temptation. Stronger. You're tired, stressed. It deserves something. It's only $500. There's still $4,500 left. You give in, killed 10%. Day 30, emergency. Real or invented. You need $1,000. Use of $5,000. It's an emergency, there's no way. Killed another 20%. Day 60, unmissable opportunity. Business, investment, course. Something that will multiply. You play $2,000, that never come back. Killed another 40%. Day 90. There are $1,500 left. You look and think, it's not even worth keeping so little. I'll use it for... And you kill the last 30%. He finished. $5,000 dead in 90 days. And you don't even remember exactly where they went. Remember the emergency. Vaguely remembers the opportunity. The rest? Evaporated. And you ask yourself, why can't I ever save money? Because you are a killer. Systematically kills money. No remorse. Without learning. Repeating pattern until you die poor. The only way to break this cycle? System. Inflexible rules. Physical barriers between you and the money. When 5,000 arrives, if they arrive, you need to. Immediately transfer to separate account. Physically separated. Another bank if possible. No card, no app. Difficult access. Establish a rule. I don't move for a year. No matter what happens. 1 year. If after a year you still want to spend, but an untouchable year. Don't tell anyone. Absolute secret. Because if someone knows, there will be a need, an opportunity, and pressure. Invest immediately. Action, background, anything. It is important to leave liquid money for investment. Creates additional psychological barrier. Are you going to do this? No. Because it requires planning, discipline, anticipation of one's own weakness, you prefer to rely on willpower. And willpower never beat compulsion. When I was in my early 20s, I received a bonus of $8,000. At the time it was fortune. More money than I had seen combined. I was euphoric. Already planning. Better car, trip, equipment. The list was long and expensive. An older guy at work noticed. He invited me for coffee, and he gave me the biggest scolding of my life. You're going to kill this money, he said. I know because I killed mine. Several times. Always swearing it would be different. It never was. He told his story. He received an inheritance of $15,000. Spent it in 6 months. I didn't remember where. Received bonus of $20,000. Used for car entrance, which he financed and later lost. Received settlement of $30,000. Invested in a friend's business. That went bankrupt. Every time he was excellently right, he said. Every time it was a smart decision at the time. And every time the result was zero. Because I wasn't psychologically ready to have money. He gave me a challenge. Take this $8,000. Put it where you can't easily move it. And forget about it for 2 years. Just 2 years. If in 2 years you still think you should have spent it, that's fine. But give the money 2 years to breathe. I did. It was one of the most difficult decisions in life. Months later, I was desperate to move. I had needs. There were opportunities. He had 1,000 justifications. I didn't move. Out of stubbornness, not out of virtue. Because I promised. 2 years later, 8,000 had become 11,000. And I didn't want to spend any more. I would like to see it reach 20, and 30, and 100. That changed something fundamental. I proved to myself that I could do it. That he could have money without killing. That it was possible to break the pattern. That guy is retired now. Not rich, but comfortable. He learned his lesson late, but he learned it. I learned it early because of him. You don't have anyone giving you that scolding? So it's here. Reading. And you will completely ignore it. You'll do exactly what you've always done. And keep breaking. Freedom doesn't start with $1 million. It starts with $5,000 that you don't spend. It's the first 5,000 that proves you've changed. That broke the killer pattern. Who developed the ability to see beyond the now? Then there are 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Each milestone easier than the last, because you are building psychological momentum. You are strengthening your discipline muscle. But if you kill the first 5,000, you never reach 10,000. It never gets anywhere. Because the problem is not quantity, and you. Freedom is having the option to say no, not for abusive employment, not for a degrading situation, not for artificial urgency. But option requires margin. And margin starts with $5,000 that you protect instead of killing. Most will never have freedom. You will die working because you have to. Because it killed every opportunity to build margin. Because he couldn't even protect 5,000 measly dollars. Will you be one of them? Or will it be an exception? Here is the final, brutal, no-escape truth. You kill money. He's a financial serial killer. It takes every opportunity for growth and strangles it before it develops. $5,000 doesn't die alone. You kill, actively, consciously, with sophisticated justifications, but with always the same result, zero. And as long as you keep killing, it doesn't matter how much you earn. You can get 100,000. You can receive millions. It will kill everything. Because the problem is not lack of money. It's an excess of murderous compulsion. You can change this, today, now. Not waiting for the next 5,000, changing how you deal with money you already have or money that comes your way. Next 5,000 to arrive, immediate system, separate account, no easy access. 1 year rule. No exception. No negotiation. But you won't do it. You'll read this far, agree intellectually, and when the money arrives, you'll do exactly what you've always done. Because real change requires admitting you have a problem, and you're not ready to admit it. You prefer to believe that the problem is a lack of opportunity, that if I had more money, then I would be able to save it, that your situation is special, different. It is not. You're equal to 90%, kills money compulsively, and you will die poor unless you break the mold. $5,000. It's a test. It's opportunity. It's the beginning of freedom. Or is he just another victim of his murderous pattern? Choice is yours. And when you're old, in prison, working because you have no choice, you'll remember every 5,000 you killed. You will do the mental math of how much it would be if you had protected it. You will feel the weight of regret. Or you will look back and see the moment where you decided to stop killing, where you protected the first 5,000, where pattern broke, where the path to freedom began. Difference between these futures? $5,000 you kill or protect. You kill money in the crib. Until you stop doing that, freedom is fantasy. $5,000 are waiting. Alive or dead, you decide.